Age of Empires Mobile has been out for a little while now, and I thought, why not update the good old tips and tricks for all of you guys? Because a lot of you are probably wondering, how do people just keep getting all these rewards and I don't get anything on my account? And it's because they are mid-maxing and using these cheeky little tips and tricks that we're going to showcase in today's video on maximizing the amount of rewards that you're going to be able to get on your account. So smash like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully this helps you out on either powering up or just your progress on your Age of Empires mobile journey. So the first tip and trick is all about your rewards and how to tackle the Apex Arena. There's going to be 2 tips and tricks in here straight away. And the first one is avoid what I have done today. If you can't guess it already, you probably do this mistake yourself. And that is actually attack really early on. Right now, recording this video, as you can see, there's still over 13 hours plus remaining of the day. And that means I have got now no attacks and I can be attacked all the time. So technically I'm rank 8, but if I go into my details, you can see I've actually been attacked prior to this 2 other times, and this has actually dropped my ranking down, and that's not good because I want to be good and high ranked, right? So the way you want to approach Apex Arena, firstly, no matter what you do, please attack as late as possible. The closer to the reset day of your Apex Arena, the better, because that means it's the last chances anyone has at attacking you. So if you've got 5 attacks to go, use all 5 on that day and you should get some really good rewards. So that's the very first tip and trick that you should be doing. The next one, this is the biggest one about Apex Arena, especially for rewards. One thing I see players do is only attack 3 times a day. And I want to ask you why. Because the thing is, when you attack anyone, doesn't matter, when you attack anyone, you're normally trying to attack people that you know you can beat. Let's be real, that's just how you are aiming to climb up the ranks. And every time you win a battle, you get 20 Empire coins, no matter what. 20 Empire coins. And as you guys know, it costs to buy another 2 of these 20 coins each, so in total it's 40 coins. So you can see where I'm going with this. No matter what, each day, guys, each individual day, you should be attacking 5 times a minimal, because you should be attacking with the actual free attacks you get each day, getting those 20 Empire coins each, so you get 6 there, and then you're going to be buying 2 attacks, so that's going to put you down to 20 coins. But you're going to attack 2 more people and win it, so you get them 40 back anyway. It's refunded. And the beauty of doing that, and this is where people really ignore it, is it's the store. It's going to help you go into the store and actually buy these universal sculptures that you need. You need these universals, guys. No matter what you think, it's going to allow you to get your 3 stars and 5-star heroes over the long period of time. And as you can see, I've already bought 3 of them. That's a lot already. And I've already built up 3.4k again today. So I'm going to be able to buy, most likely, these 2 by tomorrow. Tomorrow these are bought, most likely. If not, it'll be the next day, right? And I've got these 2, and then I can start working towards things like my signet rings, or if you're more of a newer player, you could be working on some XP, some skill points, because you're going to need that for your accounts. Because once they're level 40, remember, technically, and level 120, it's done. It's done. It's done. Right, but you can see where we were going with the whole Apex Arena section, right? So those are really important tips and tricks to just do when it comes to this. The next tip and trick is just one to remind all of you guys, because you probably forget, that your military exercise, there's 2 things you can do with this, right? First thing, your rewards that come here can stack up to 3 days. So never let this thing die, right? After 3 days, you can come and get all 3 in one go. That's perfectly fine, but never let it cook over 4 days. That tip and trick should be obvious for you all, right? But the next one is to remember, if you're a lower power player, and this is especially tailored to you, when you tackle any of the military exercise on your account for the first time, make sure you join a very strong alliance, because when you do that, you're going to be able to actually click on this hero assist area, and this is going to allow you, as you can see, to put up to 2 of your troops and use 2 of your alliance allies to aid you instead. So if you need a really powerful Miyamoto to be that primary march, you can actually borrow someone's 5-star Miyamoto and pop off. If you need a 5-star Mulan, you can borrow that off someone and pop off. And this is even if you're a free-to-play player and you've only got Josephine, Bellevue, for example, on your account, well, you can steal these heroes and complete military exercise. So don't sleep on it. It's a nice little game mode, and once it's done, 50 out of 50 for now, you're good as golden. You're getting the maximum amount of rewards, and you can obviously go to the store and get some extras for your account, which is really important because you're able to buy the legendary skill scrolls that you need to actually upgrade your skills, right? So this is why it's super, super important to do for you. So big one there for you guys. So the next tip and trick is actually to do with one of the newer events in the game, Stellar Glory. So you guys know in this event, it's all about your activity, what you're able to do and what you're able to achieve in game. And the one thing you're able to do in here in the personal area and getting the personal points is by getting upgrades. Build or upgrade 2 citadel buildings at a time. And I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, how the F can you do this for your account? If you're a spender, I'm going to apologize right now. This is impossible, I think, for you. However, everyone else who might be smart and have listened to a lot of the other guys in the game, you should have left your buildings in this type of state where you've got only 1 building maxed out, right? Which is your resource building. Same with your gold ones, same with even your lumber ones, right? And what you're going to be doing, as you can see, if they're level 1, and you can see where we're going with this, just for the Stellar Glory, you can upgrade for free, by the way, for free, and get no time cost, and it will just go boom, boom. If you upgrade one of these buildings twice, that will automatically complete that Stellar Glory build citadel section for you. And by doing this, which is really good, as you can imagine I've done now, you will get all of your buildings to level 6 here, which I've done. And then once you've done that, move to the next section, get these guys level 6, right? Go to the next one, get these guys to level 6. And then once you've done that, which is even more powerful, guys, to upgrade a level 6 building to the level 7, it only costs you 630, which is really good for the Stellar Glory if you have been paying attention to the event, because if you and your alliance members follow this strategy together, you are going to be able to, as you guys can imagine, assist your allies 50 times in the alliance really quickly, because you're going to be building these buildings for 6 minutes 30, 6 alliance helps, boom, you've just helped 6 players. The next time it's going to go up to like 10 minutes. Now you've just helped 10 members. Then it's going to go up the next day when you do the next 2 to about 15 and then 20. Do you know what I'm saying? So each time you're actually going to be helping and getting this completed for your alliance. And if your alliance members are doing the same thing, they're doing it too. So you get a 2-for-1 deal by actually using your buildings correctly now in the Stellar Glory event and on your account. The next tip and trick is also to do with buildings, but this one's going to be a nice and quick one because a lot of rookies make this mistake, and I'm going to be honest, I made the mistake too, and I'm going to own up to it because I am MrSneakyy. I'm not going to call myself a perfect pro. I am a noob at times, and it's to do with your barrack levels. One thing in this game, which is completely different compared to any of the other Forex city building games that I have ever played, is the fact that all 4 buildings you can see here, the stable, the swordsman barracks, the pikeman barracks, and the archery range, all contribute, guys, to your training speed. So if you look here when it says all units training speed, this doesn't mean all the units in that building. It actually means all unit types. So if you look at this, go to the level, For example, I could be level 29, but to make it easier for my brain, I'm going to go to level 28. Imagine all my buildings were level 28. That would mean right now, I would have, as you can imagine, 15, 30, 45, 60% extra speed reduction, right? Compared to right now, if we go over all of my archery, we got 10.5, we go over here, guess what? We've only got the good old 10, right? So we've got 10, and then you can imagine, we got 10 over here too, and then we got another cheeky 10 over here. So I'm losing, like basically 20% training speed for my units, meaning I'm not training more units that I could be doing, and that is a big slap in the face. So this is one of the biggest things that you can be doing on your account. So what I would recommend all of you guys, it doesn't matter, when you upgrade a town center building, you should upgrade, no matter what, your embassy up to the next level. So it's always the same. So these two match together. That means you get the maximum alliance helps. You then do whatever this building's required, whatever it needs, you do those buildings. Then once you've done that and your building is obviously cooking like mine is here, in reality, if you're not pushing for MGE and you just want to play this game nice and casually, you should make sure these buildings are all maxed level 2. And by doing that, you're always going to have the best training, the best capacity for your units in the long run. So don't make the mistake. Even I've made it, and I am going to rectify it in a couple of days' time during MGE when we push them all up. So don't worry, it's going to be fixed. But don't make that mistake. It's a massive, massive tip and trick to grow power on your account. The next tip and trick is all about the blacksmith and the good old forge area. So here, as you can see, just to showcase it before we dive in, I'm on a 73% forging speed. And that is because, yes, this is so good for your account. But what you guys need to pay attention to is level 24. Make sure, no matter what, you get to level 24 on your account. It gives you the maximum amount of forging queues on you, right? Anytime you go over then, it's going to start reducing, as you can see, the actual speed. So if we go over now into that forging area, this is where the actual cool top and trick is. Right now, in a brand new update, quality of life, you can actually auto dismantle now, guys, rare, epic, and legendary gear. So if you should be doing, like I am, ticking that rare spot, because when you're working or maybe you're active and you're doing things through the day, you can see for me, it's going to cost me basically 5 hours, nearly 6 hours, just under, of my time. And it's going to max out all of these blues. But every time it actually completes one of these, I will speed this up just for video purposes. Do not do this for your account. Just repeating this. Do not speed up blue gear on your account. I repeat, do not. When you dismantle it, though, it does it automatically. You don't have to do anything, guys. It just does it. And it's going to give you that extra targeted forge that you actually need on your account, which is going to give you the ability, as you guys can imagine, to forge gear. And that is what you actually want. You want to be able to forge and upgrade the gear, because you can see right now, I have a ton. I have an absolute truck ton of gear, and if we go to batch dismantle that extra 5, boom, we got 250 extra. It allowed you to upgrade the gear you need on your main marches. So you can see I've got level 40 across here, 2 stars almost on all of my legendary gear. If we go over to my actual archers, and not the archers I'm leveling up, you can see I have at level 40 again across all of here, and we're working on the stars of these two. And if we go to run it, we've got again level 40 across the board, 2 stars here, and we've got all of the pips ready to go, so I can work on whatever one we want to go on next, right? So that just showcases, use rare gear. It's a resource. Don't let that resource fool you into equipping a legendary, an epic, and a rare gear slot. Use them, get them going, power yourself up. The next tip and trick is all about your village management system, because I can guarantee many of you guys have probably forgotten about this and don't use it as much as you should be. I'm going to be real. I know you don't. Don't tell me in the comment section I use this all the time, because I'm going to slap you in the face, right? I don't use it that often. I use it a decent amount, but not as often as I should, right? And the reason why it's such a good actual thing is because, as you guys know, you should have your farm and mill maxed out, but the real tip and trick of this is the excess gathering and the fishing calendar, right? You've got to look at these two and basically look at it as extra food for your account, because let's be real, food is the #1 resource in Age of Empires Mobile. It is so consuming of a resource. You need it for building, you need it for research, you need it for training, you need it for healing, you need it for everything in this game. And when it comes to healing and training, you need double, most cases, sometimes triple the food compared to any of the other resources. So food's #1. And as you can imagine, every day, basically, you can come into here and actually use your villagers and assign them into these areas. If you're wondering how to do this, and you can see mine are red, it's because you've got too many in this area that's not idling. So you can see I've got 5 guys in the archer range. So if I go over here and take out 3, right, we've got 3 taken out. You can see I've got 3 idle. Now the excess gathering area and then the fishing calendar both trigger. And if I hit the assign, boom, look at that, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, almost 1 million. And that happens, guys, every 2 days. So every 2 days, you can instantly get 1 million, 1 million, and 1 million. And what you should be doing as like the whole jazz of the village management system, no matter what, use 6 of them. Use 6, do the excess gathering, and use the fishing, because the fishing area, as you guys fully should be aware, only grants you food, right? So if we go to the, the points chest and you look at the rewards, it's just food. So this is going to allow you to get obviously as much food as you need in your account by not actually doing too much work, by literally pressing 2 buttons, just 2 buttons, guys. That's all I'm asking you to press. When you go to fish, you're going to get more, and for pressing the resource gathering, you're going to get, as you can see, 1 million, depending on obviously your resource buildings, let's be real, but you will get extra resources. So don't forget it. I will slap you guys if you forget this one. Next tip and trick is to do with your friends list. And I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, what the fuck, Sneaky, really? And I'm like, yes, because the one thing I can guarantee a lot of you guys have done is added players over the years. And so am I. I've added so many players over the years. But on Age of Empires Mobile, when it's been out, I have been, for the last couple of months, adding players, right? But the one thing you need to be paying attention to is who's online and who isn't online, because you can add players from different empires too, just to give you guys a heads up. But you can see per here, 37 days. We can't have that. So you need to delete this and remove this guy from it. And it says deleted, players no longer your friend, even though it hasn't gone rid of. It should be gone now. And by doing that, you can add more friends. And by adding friends, you can guess where we're going. More food. Yes, you're going to get more food. And it's so important to get all of this extra free food. And the only way you're going to do this is actually having an active friend list. So make sure you've got people on here that are active. You can see that they're logging in and logging out, and you should have those times. That's what you want to see, even if they're online or not, right? You want a good active friend list. So make sure you've got a good friend list. If you have, you're not going to lose out. But if you haven't, start cleaning that shit up. Delete some of those guys that haven't logged in for 7+ days and get some actual real friends. So the next tip and trick is to actually show off an area I can guarantee hardly any of you use. Let's be real, none of you use this, and I only just started to use it myself because it actually helps do a lot of management. And it is this little parade ground. I know it looks crazy, but you can click on it. So if you click on this building, go to your edit troops, this does get you to your formation screen. Everyone knows this. This is your formation screen. But what's really good, as a little tip and trick here, is the troop details. This is going to help you manage your account a lot more easier because you can see as how many troops you actually have on your account. On top of this, you can see as my swordsman, it lets me know what troops I've got, right? I've got 66.8k remaining of my T5, and I'm almost hitting that 100k mark on the T6 infantry, meaning, okay, I'm going to do 3.4k troops each time I pop this. I'm going to need to do 20-ish pops, and that's all of my T5 now into T6. And this is a really good area to actually just get a good overall look at your troops and reassess where things are. Because you can see for me, I've got swordsmen happily as days, right? I don't have to worry about them. But my pikemen are the lowest, and I need pikemen. Even though they're all pure tier 6, like my archers, all pure tier 6, they're on the low end. I need these guys up. I need more numbers. You know what I'm saying? So this is a really good area, and I hope you guys appreciate it. And you can, like I say, look into even what's been healed, what's been deployed, what's been in the hospital, what's likely unit. There's actually a lot of details in this area that I don't think a lot of you guys actually know about and actually look at, especially when it comes to maybe some of the bigger players that really enjoy fighting and you want to figure out, okay, where the fuck are all my troops? Well, this is out. This is where you find them out, right? So don't ignore that parade ground. It's an actual good little tip and trick that to just manage things. The next tip and trick is actually about VIP, because I'm going to be real and I'm going to make a whole video about this, but VIP back in the day was one of those things you really didn't need. I'm going to be honest, you really didn't need it. And that is because a lot of the time when you look at the buffs that you were getting on here, they weren't the greatest. They weren't. And they're still not. Let's be real. They're not the greatest still. But what you do get when you are upgrading these is the VIP start. And this is what's changed drastically since the beginning of the game till now. And I think everyone needs to do an update on this because the VIP start is super important, because you need to be able to buy these hammers. These hammers are going to set you back every week 10,000. It's 10,000 coins every week. And I know it sounds like a hard task to do, but you are able to achieve that, right? And if it's a bit of a grind, I'm going to apologize right now. But this is where you're going to get your signet rings grinded up. These hammers are 10k basically for 20 hammers. 10k done. And you're going to go over to your fine hammer area. And every time this comes, as you can see, you're going to be actually crafting only 30. So you're going to keep some left over, because each week you might have, you know, your first week you got 20, the next week you're going to have 40. So you spend 30, you've got 10 left over. Then you're going to buy 20, you've got 30. So you're going to have another week, bang, bang, of gaining a decent amount. And it starts to kind of play on itself. And depending on, again, if you're a spender, if you're not a spender, will accumulate a little bit extra on your good old hammers, right? So the VIP store is the bread and butter of that. I'm going to be honest. It's the bread and butter of the whole signet ring area, which a lot of people are completely ignoring. So make sure you do this on your account. It's a massive thing that you need. And as you can see later down the line, they did improve it. You can get gems for your account, blue gems, green gems, and common gems. These are actually super cheap, 960. If you come down here, 2.7k, and again down here, it's 6.4k for all of those gem chests. And they will grind up, so just think, you've got 6 of these chests. If you're lucky, you could technically upgrade 2 of these into, 6 of these into 2 purples, right? And you can keep doing that every week. So it's one of them. I'm going to be doing it eventually, but not right now. I've got other priorities that I need to be focusing on my account. But that does help you guys. Hopefully, make sure you push VIP. Don't sleep on it. It's a big tip and trick right now. So let's talk about the hospital, because the hospital's got a really good tip and trick for a lot of players. I can guarantee that all of you know this already, that I've got any bit of experience, but a number of you, let's just say a number of you are new, and I know you guys aren't doing this on your account. So you're probably wondering, how are people healing so many troops and they're not losing out on healing speed ups? Or how the hell are these guys constantly healing? Well, the way we're doing it in this game is actually abusing the key mechanic from earlier on to do with buildings, our embassy, right? We're abusing the alliance helps, and I'm going to tell you right now, this will change on your account compared to mine. Everyone's account's a little bit different into when it comes to this, and this is down to when you go to heal troops, right? So if we go to heal troops, what we want to do is make sure this timer here, because every time we're putting troops in, it's obviously increasing the time or decreasing it. We actually want to make sure it only has enough troops in to cover the amount of, time that our alliance helps can go for. So if we had, for example, right now there's only about 10 members online because it's early morning, but during the war, during Mightiest Empire, when you're going to have at least 23 helps like that, or 25 helps like that, or 20 helps, whatever it is on your account, you will set that time to that alliance help. And if you're wondering how much it is, the best way for you, and I might make a video on it, let me know in the comment section down below, but all you got to do is pull this down and build it up. So literally right now, if I put this to, for example, let's go to, I don't know, there, 40 minutes, right? And hit the heal button, hit the alliance help. If those 23 helps make it so that 37 hits 0, that's good. I can increase the amount of troops needed, right? And you can see as this is going, look, it is jumping up quite a lot. This is how people are saving their actual healing speed ups. They're using alliance helps as often as they can, especially in war, to just mass heal these troops for free and not waste their healing speed ups, because you want to use those healing speed ups in very harsh scenarios where you are on the back foot and you are needed to go super hard, so you just plow out bunches of troops and you need to do one big off heal before maybe you get rallied or something, right? Something like that, for an example. So don't forget it. Use your actual alliance helps here to actually get this down. You can see I've already got 4 used, and we went from 39 minutes already to 32 minutes, right? So you can see how much it really does help. So if you figure it out on your account, 20 helps requires this much time or this many troops to be healed, there you go, you're good as golden. And honestly, that's going to be it for today's video. I know there's a load more tips and tricks that we can do on Age of Empires Mobile, and maybe we invite on another content creator as a guest, or if you want, we just do a absolute insane ultimate tips and tricks video that has everything in, and I mean everything in. And it would be a long one, but it is what it is, right? But that's going to be it. Hopefully these tips and tricks have helped you out on your account. If it has, smash a like, hit the subscribe button, consider joining the Sneakyy army today. It's been a pleasure. And with that, drop a comment down below on some of your favorite tips and tricks in this video, or a favorite tip and trick that I haven't even mentioned in this video, and maybe it can be included on the next one. So until then, until the next video, stay safe, stay sneaky, guys. Peace out.